From today, I want to preach from the topic of there's no place like home. I want to preach from the topic of there's no place like home. Amen?
Amen.
I want to go with me to Luke the 15th chapter. That's where we're going to start. Luke the 15th chapter. Luke the 15th chapter. That's where we're going to start. Are you there?
Amen.
This is Jesus talking. Let's go down to the 11th verse. Down to the 10th verse. And he said, likewise I say unto you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner that repents. And he said, a certain man had two sons. And the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portions of good that falleth to me. And he divided unto them his living. And not many days after, the youngest son gathered all together and took his journey to a far country. There wasted his substance with riotous living. And when he had spent all, say all, say all, say everything, everything. There arose a mighty famine in the land, and he began to be in want. So now he needs something. Say now he needs something. He's in want. He had everything. And now he ain't got nothing. And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country, and he sent him into the field to feed the swine. And he would fain have filled his belly with the husk that the swine did eat. And no man gave unto him. Say, where's your buddy? Say, where's your buddy? See, let me tell you something. I'm going to finish reading this. A lot of times, people think some people are your friends. But all you got to do is just get them on. Just get in some needs. And you see who your really friends really are. All you got to do is just need something one time. You ain't need 2 or 3 times, just one time. And you see who your friends really are. Now, a lot of times when you got something that somebody else wants, you got plenty of friends. But when you need something, when you really need something, I think when you need something, you need it at the point, at the time that you don't have it and you really need it, you just really see who your friends are. A lot of times we think people, just because people run with us when we got a little something, or we got a good job, or we got a nice house, nice cars, or nice clothes and all that stuff there, that they really our friends. You better check yourself. They ain't your friends. What they're doing is they're looking at your goods. They ain't looking at you. So a lot of times, you know, I realize there's no place like home. But one thing about home is a place of residence. Home is a place of peace. It should be, I put it like that. Home is a place where I can always go home when I can't go nowhere else. Home is a place if I need something to eat, I can get it there. Home if I need a place to sleep, I can sleep there. Home if I need some direction, I can get it there. Home is a place if I need money, I can get it there. Ain't no place like home. And there's no place like a spiritual home, where you can go get what you need. If I need healing, I can go to the house of God. If I need deliverance, I can go to the house of God. Even if I need a friend, I can go to the house of God. If I need counsel, I can go to the house of God. Ain't no place like home. Let me finish this here. We're going to get into the lesson. Look what it says. He says, and when he came to himself, so he woke up, he said, how many hired servants will my fathers have bread enough to spare, and I perish in hunger? I would rise and go to my father and would say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee. I am no more worthy to be called thy son. But make me one of thy hired servants. And he arose and came to the father. But when he was yet a great far off, his father saw him and had compassion, and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. And the son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and in thy sight, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. But the father said to his servant, bring forth the best robe. Say the best robe.
The best robe.
And put it on him. And put a ring on his finger and shoes on his feet. Say, he needs some shoes. He needs some shoes. He needs some shoes. He ain't got nothing on his feet. He needs some shoes. And bring hither the fattest calf and kill it, and let us eat and be merry. For my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. And they began to be merry. Now his eldest son was in the field, and as he came and drew nigh to the house, he heard music and dancing. And he called one of the servants and asked what these things meant. And he said to him, thy brother is come, and thy father has killed the fattest calf, because he received him safe and sound. And he was angry, and would not go in. Therefore came his father out and entreated him. He answered and said to his father, lo, these many years do I serve thee, neither transgress I at any time thy commandment. And yet thou never gavest me a kid, that I might make merry with my friends. But as soon as thy son has come, which has devoured thy living with harlots, thou hast killed for him the fattest calf. And he said to him, son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine. It meets that we should make merry and be glad, for this thy brother was dead and is alive again, and was lost and is found. Like I said, if I use for a topic today is there's no place like home. One thing about home, home is a place of residency. Home is a place of peace. Home is a place of origin. Home is actually the headquarters. You know, like you got companies. A lot of times people work for different companies. You got to realize the home base is the headquarters. You got to realize one thing about home, one thing about learning about home is I can always go home and I can't go nowhere else. I can always go home. Always can go home. I can't go nowhere. I can go home sometime if I don't even have any money, I can go home. Even if I don't have nothing to eat, I can go home. Even if I'm sick, spiritually or physically, I can go home. I can go there and I can rest. Even if I don't have a bed, I can sleep on the floor. But I can always go home. Home is a place of origin. Home is a place of residence. Home is a place of headquarters. One thing about places with headquarters is when you got headquarters, one thing about places you got headquarters, even when something is wrong, you take it to the headquarters. And what headquarters will do is, a lot of times what they do is, they resolve the issue, whatever it is. So a lot of times you can go home and get your issues resolved. You can go home and get some information that you need to go further. And a lot of times, like I said, there's no place like home. Even in the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy kicked her heels together. Said there's no place like home. So you have to realize a lot of times, even when we go on vacations, and we might go on vacation for a week or 2 weeks or whatever, after a while we think about home. Yeah, well, it's time to go home. I'm tired of being out here. I enjoy myself, but ain't no place like home. I want to go back home because I realize I can't be on vacation all the time, but I can always be at home. See, ain't no place like home. See, one thing about home, ain't nobody gonna mess with me around home. See, if you come and mess with me at my home, click it. Because home is a place of safety. Home is a place of peace. Home is a place of love. Y'all look at me straight. You ain't gonna let nobody come to your home and take over, are you? All right then. So y'all click it. You know what I mean? What kind of preaching is he? I'm the one to be real. You can go to my house and take over. Listen, sis. You can go to different places, but there's no place like home. The prodigal son, when he was at home, this is one thing about it. When he was at home, he began to look out. That was his problem. He didn't look inside. He started looking out. See, a lot of times, we don't look what we got. We look out. And what happened is, he began to look out, and what he saw really wasn't really what it was. What he saw was, he saw part of it, but he didn't see the whole picture. See, one thing about home, you know it's at home. Amen. You know it's at home. But what happened to the prodigal son is, he began to look out. And what happened was, especially about him being a young man, he thought what he was saw was, man, they having a ball out there. Man, they out there jamming. Man, they out there getting high. They out there doing cocaine. They out there doing heroin. They out there doing crack. They drinking Jack Daniels black, Jack Daniels red. They drinking all this Grey Goose, man. They smoking weed, they smoking cigarette, man. But what happened is he didn't see the effects of it. He didn't see the effects of that, but he saw without that. He saw people were dancing and having a good time, but he didn't see when the dance was over. He didn't see when they went home. He didn't see when the alcohol come down. He didn't see the effects that the drugs took on. He didn't see the shaking when they sat at home and they got no more cocaine. He didn't see them shaking at home when they got no alcohol. He didn't see the effects of the nicotine that they had. They got. He didn't see that. So he said, "Daddy, give me my money." Really wanted his money, but the dad said, "Okay, I'm gonna let you go out there and do your thing." He said, "Give me my portion of goods. Let me go out here and do my own thing." Let me tell y'all something. Your own thing will get you in trouble.
Amen.
Your own thing will put you in a place that you don't want to get. Your own thing will put you in a place sometimes you might not get back. Your own thing might put you in the hospital. Your own thing might put you in the grave. The own thing might put you be a quadriplegic for life. So you better watch your own thing. They say, "Well, it's my thing." It ain't your thing. It's God's thing. Because you got to realize you are not who you really are. The Bible says you were bought with a price. That means you actually belong to somebody else. He said you were bought with a price, so you have to realize you're really not who you are. You're really not who you think you are because God paid a price. He paid a price on the cross that you and I might be saved. Even if you don't want to be saved, he still paid the price. He paid the price that you might be healed. I don't care if you don't want to be healed, he still paid the price. He paid the price that you might have addiction, but he still paid the price. He died on the cross, on the old rugged cross, that you and I might have eternal life. He did that. Ain't no place like home. Amen. Ain't no place like home. Amen. Can I teach y'all? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Look what it said. It said, first off, it's always appreciate what home is because looking from the outside, and you cannot see the whole picture. Go with Proverbs 13 and 18. I'm going to show you something. We'll get into the word. Proverbs 13 and 18. Look what the prodigal son did. Are you there? Amen. Proverbs 13 and 18 says, "Poverty and shame should be to him that refuses what? Instruction. But he that regards reproof shall be honored." See, when you're hard-headed, it'll make you shame. When you're hard-headed, you pay the price. Amen. When you're hard-headed, poverty got your name on it. It says poverty and shame. It says poverty and shame should be to him that refuses instruction. If you get hard-headed, poverty got your name on it. You say, "Well, Pastor, I got $100 million. Don't worry about it. It ain't gonna last long. It ain't gonna last long." Because the Bible says poverty and shame should be he that refuses instruction. In other words, if you get hard-headed, you will be broke eventually. And a lot of times when I say broke, it ain't got to be a money thing. You might be broke physically. You might be broke mentally. Because you're hard-headed. See, now we got a generation of kids think they know everything. And I'm not throwing off of you young kids. I'm just telling the truth. What you know ain't all there is to know. What you know, somebody else taught you. And what you know really ain't new. It's just new to you. Because you weren't born when it happened. Bingo. Bingo. Because this stuff you doing, somebody else invented. You weren't even born yet. Can I teach? Look what it says. Go to Proverbs 15 and 10. Can I teach y'all? Amen. Look what it says. It says, "Correction is grievous for him that forsake the way. And he that hateth reproof shall what? Die." Woo! Good God Almighty, that's the word. I love the word of God. This scripture right here is coming from a man that had more wisdom than anybody had in the world and anybody will ever have. This man was named Solomon. God gave him this wisdom, but what happened? Let me show you something. This man had wisdom, but he died stupid. You know why? Because he didn't take his own advice. It said, correction is brief for him that forsakes the way, but he that hateth reproof shall what? Die. Now let me tell you about the dying part. It ain't actually, sometimes it'll be a physical death, but what happened, your reputation, your integrity, your future. Look what happened to the devil. By him being hard-headed, he was in heaven. Oh, Satan was in heaven. He was the best and the beautiful angel there was. The Bible said God made him that he could play pipes and sing at the same time. But what happened was, he got the big head, and he started looking out instead of looking in.